The world won't bow to a mind that bends. You think bending will earn their approval. That if you're agreeable enough, flexible enough, if you mold yourself to their expectations, they'll see your worth. That they'll finally let you in. But the truth? The more you bend, the more invisible you become. You twist yourself into their shape, hoping they'll make space for you, but they won't. They never plan to. Instead, they'll take every inch you give and ask for more. With every compromise, you lose a piece of yourself, and still, it will never be enough for them. A bending mind doesn't inspire respect. It inspires convenience. They see you as someone easy to shape, easy to control, easy to forget. And the harder you try to please them, the more they take you for granted. The world doesn't respect those who yield to every push and pull. It respects those who hold their ground. Those who say, "This is who I am," and refuse to apologize for it. A bending mind is a silent mind. It doesn't speak up when it should. It doesn't fight for what it believes. It bends to avoid conflict, to avoid rejection, to avoid standing out. But the cost of avoiding all that is far too high, because what you're really avoiding is your own strength. The world isn't kind to those who bend too easily. It tests them, pushes them further, and watches to see if they'll finally break. And when they do, it moves on, leaving them in pieces. But a mind that stands firm, that's different. A steadfast mind doesn't bend to fit in, it dares to be different. It speaks its truth, even when no one wants to hear it. It stands tall, even when the wind blows hardest. Standing firm doesn't mean being rigid or closed-minded. It means knowing who you are and refusing to let the world strip that away. It means valuing your principles, your dreams, your identity, more than the fleeting approval of others. Yes, it's hard. Standing firm means facing resistance. It means being questioned, doubted, even rejected. There will be times when you'll feel alone, standing against the tide. You'll be tempted to bend, just a little, to make things easier. But every time you choose to stand instead, you become stronger. Every time you say no to bending, you say yes to yourself. You say yes to your worth, your values, your vision. The world may not notice at first. It may even mock you, dismiss you, try to silence you. But over time, it will see you. It will see your strength, your consistency, your courage. And it will respect you, not because you bent to it, but because you stood against it. The world won't bow to a mind that bends. It bows to a mind that stands unshaken. So stand. Stand in your truth. Stand in your power. Stand for what you believe, even when it feels like no one else will. The world will test you, but it will also take notice. And when it does, it won't be because you conformed, it will be because you refuse to. You don't need to bend to find your place in the world. Your place was always yours to claim, not theirs to give. The world doesn't bow to the mind that bends. It bows to the mind that rises, unshaken, unwavering, unstoppable.